Welcome to my village. 29 years ago, it began with these little 6 houses. At the time, for us, quite an enormous expense. One of the newest features this year is the ocean, including a little clam shack. Welcome to New England. You have the lobster traps drying, as well as the buoys. And look at the whale in the water. Let me take you to the train station. This is something that originated with Joy. She gave me my first train and taught me how to mount it. We have a bookseller, who I love, as well as a fruit seller. And of course, someone selling roasted chestnuts. The overview. In the background, we've got yet another train that has already left the station and is on its way. We have the mountain village, which I'll give you a better look at later, and the back valley. We're starting to approach town. Some of those larger Victorian homes. Also a gift from Joy. The children are playing and the animals are enjoying themselves. My village is very eclectic. The pieces have come from everywhere. Like I mentioned, from Lillian Vernon to the secondhand stores all over the country. The skating pond was one of the first electrical pieces that I bought. And Caroline contributed Burl Ives and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The little house in Cleveland, I know, is not exactly Victorian, but meaningful on many levels. From a neighborhood where we lived as a child, to a place where Kate grew up, and to something we sort of shared with someone else. The library is new this year, and it's right next to the Catholic school from Susan and Andy. We've got a girl tending chickens, and one of the first covered bridges in memory of my mother, who loved covered bridges. My mother also brought me back the 2 houses on the right and left of this larger one from Amsterdam for the village. As I said, my village is very eclectic. Much like life, isn't it? Now this is the beginning of one of the parks. And of course, the central aspect of the village is a nativity, which Caroline gave me, I think, over 25 years ago. We've got poultry sellers and a spice seller, who I love, as well as another man selling produce. The synagogue. Phil always said every neighborhood has to have a Jewish shtetl. The American flag. Well, light bulbs. By the way, that's the antique store I usually work at. When people come to my home, I always tell them they need to pick a place to live and a place to work. And do you see on top of the fire station the little chimney sweep? He was a gift from the person who came to clean our chimney, and I thought he lived here appropriately. Our beautiful downtown. Now we go off into one of the other parks with its gate and its very New England walls. Look at the cardinals And look at that duck boat. Yes, a homage to Boston. Gazebo from Joy, also. The Salvation Army playing in the park. And holiday pies. Charlotte brought the ballroom and the carousel into my life. It's a very busy park. Doesn't it look pleasant? And now we go out into the country and look at the moose, keeping watch over the woodsman. Here we have yet another covered bridge, along with the sidewalks that I got in Montreal when I went to visit John. Look at that. Isn't it fun? I must tell you, I love my village. This is the first holiday decoration that goes up. It's certainly one of my most meaningful and pleasant. Lido houses. And this is Santa's village up here. Do you see where he's at? Also a gift from Joy. Look at little Pooh back there. Homage to Kate yet again. From Charlotte, Santa going round and round. I love that those trees light up. Look at that little Alpine village. This year I harvested quite a few rocks from the yard. And there you go. One of my favorite traditions. It has grown enormously. I take great pleasure from it, and I am thrilled to be able to share it with you. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.